All right, guys, I was trying to get myself here in the frame of my evil eye. So we're going to do our astrology series. We're going to be continuing, and I'm going to choose Libra this week. So I have a lot of experience with Libras. I have family members who are Libras. I also knew someone who was a Libra that I was definitely, I was very intimate with. So we're going to get into it. All right. Now, again, this is, I feel like for a lot of signs, like I always say, there are particular signs where, like for Capricorns, for example, when we were talking about them last week, where Capricorns can have very similar traits, whether they're unevolved or evolved, period, right? Libras are kind of similar. I feel like Libras, whether they're unevolved or evolved, you're still going to see similar energies with them. And again, remember that this always is based off of what else you have in your chart, right? So for example, for myself, I'm a Pisces sun, I'm a Aries moon, and a Taurus rising. So I have a big mix in my chart. So it doesn't make me a regular Pisces, because a lot of people always say Pisces like to sleep, or Pisces are very emotional and all this stuff. And that's just not me. Okay, I only sleep when I'm sick, tired, etc. But I don't like to oversleep. Like I'm a early riser, basically, right? So there's always things that you're gonna notice that are different, with each sign, because it really depends on what else they have going on in their chart that will kind of implement or influence how they truly are. Okay, so let's get started. So Libras, one thing I have to say about Libras is that, it's funny how people always think that Libras are, super quiet, and they want to keep the peace. They don't like confrontation. Okay, this is all very true with Libras. It is. Don't get me wrong. But the thing about Libras is that they are like a bomb waiting to go off. So if you push them to the point of no return, you will see a whole nother side to Libra that you would be like, what the fuck is going on here? Okay, they have to be pushed to the very brink. Yes, they want to keep the peace. They're very calming. They have a very calming energy. They have a very quietness about them. They don't really speak up too much. They're like the type of a person you'll see in the class that's just kind of like in the back, that kind of wants to go unnoticed. They don't really like a lot of attention to come their way. But if you push them, you will see a whole nother side to Libra. So don't push them, because they don't like to be pushed. They don't like to be the bear that gets poked, or, putting a dog in a corner where they just have to finally, and then come out. So be very careful with Libras in that sense, all right? Because they're very, very sweet. They're very loving. They're very caring. Again, they're very quiet. They're very mutable, right? Like where they don't like confrontation. They won't start a fight. Like they're not going to pick shit first, but they will end it. Okay, they will end it. And that's what people misconstrue about Libras, is that they think, oh, I can just get over on a Libra, kind of like Pisces energy, right? Like, oh, I can get over on them. Like they don't like to argue, they don't like to fight, they like to keep the peace. Like I could take advantage, I can get over on them. No, you can't. No, you can't, because a Libra will know. They will know, like, oh, you're trying to fuck with me? Like, okay, they will know, and they will stay quiet about it for like a while, again, until you push them into a fucking corner. Okay, and then you'll see a completely different side. So don't let them fool you, because they are capable of completely chopping ground. Okay, but they are. If you're looking for a sign that's trying to keep you very calm and kind of very stable, Libras are very good about that. They have very, very good, quiet, just relaxing, kind of soothing and grounding energy. That I will say, a hug from a Libra, I always say like a hug from a Libra is like the most amazing thing out of this world. Like it's like they hug you, or it's like they console you, and you just feel heard, you feel listened to. They're very, very energetic in that sense. Like they just have this really amazing, just calming nature about them, and that's natural for like a Libra. Now, one of the other things about Libra, which I find hilarious, right, is that people always think that Libras are not emotional. Like Libras don't like to show emotion, like a hug from them is the most amazing thing when they actually want to give you a hug, right? But they won't be the first to kind of really hug you. Like they do hold back emotions a lot. It's not because they don't want to show emotion. It's not because of that, you know. Yes, do they hold back on purpose? Yes, they do, right? Because a Libra really truly has to get to know you in order to really open up to you. Because a Libra, you could literally go tell Libra a secret, like, and they will keep that like a steel trap. You know, they won't tell anybody. They won't tell a soul. They're very good like that. But you have to really show them that that you could be trusted. Like if a Libra really feels like they could trust you, they will open up. They will show you emotion, right? But they have to do it on their time. That's another thing with Libras, is they have to do it on their time. Kind of like Capricorn energy. They have to do it when they feel the need. They have to be able to open up when they feel that they need to open up. You can't rush a Libra. A Libra cannot be rushed. You cannot rush them at all. You can't. You can't be like, oh, you're not showing me emotion. Like, I'm done with you. I don't want to date you anymore. You can't, because they'll just do the diddy bop and they won't give a shit. They'll know that they'll find somebody that will relate to their energy, and they'll wait for that person. Okay? So do not rush Libras into showing you emotion. Don't think that they don't show emotion, because they do, but they need to be ready to do that. They need to be in their own pace in order to open up to people, right? And they do share secrets, don't get me wrong. They will literally, I know that they always kind of seem like they have a facade up, right? Because when you get to know a Libra, you may think one thing of them, and then as you get to know them and they start to open up, you're like, oh shit, I didn't even know that you were like that or whatever, you know? So just get to know them and take your time with them. They need patience. Libras need a lot of patience. You have to be very patient with their energy, because they will open up. You just have to give them time, okay? Now, this is another thing with Libras that I notice, and you know, again, it really depends on the Libra that you have, but Libras are really good liars. They are really good liars, okay? And it's because of their sweetness. It's because of their sweetness and that calming and like relaxing energy. A Libra can get away with murder, okay? They really can. They lie so well that even they start believing their fucking lies, okay? I've seen it. I've seen literally like a Libra lie in front of me, and I remember looking at them and I was like, well, damn. I said, do you lie to me too? Like, I was like, damn. They lie so well. It's like the lie just slithers out of their mouth. It's hysterical. And people believe that shit. People believe that shit, because how can you not? How can you not? Looking at the Libra and they're so calm and they're so nice. I'm like, how could you not? So be careful sometimes with Libras, because you never know really truly when they're telling you the truth, you know? And sometimes it's white lies. Sometimes it's lies that don't hurt people or anything like that, you know? Because I'm not saying that they're just out there lying every fucking day. But just be mindful. Be mindful. Because when you look at a Libra and they're telling you something, are they really telling you something? Like, you really got to be like, yeah, all right, you know? So just be mindful. But these are just some of the things that I've noticed with Libras that I have encountered, especially Libras that I channel as well, people that I've worked with. Just be mindful. These are just some of the things that I feel like were important to let you guys know, which is why I do this series, because a lot of times people have always, you know, these misconceptions, or they think this or they think that. So I like to try to give you guys a different aspect on different signs that maybe you didn't know, because there's so much generic information out there for signs, but I like to give you guys stuff that I have actually dealt with as well, so that way you guys are really aware of what you can expect with certain signs and stuff. So that's kind of like the good, the bad, the ugly that comes along with Libras. And again, whether they're evolved or unevolved, you may see the similar characteristics. You know, it really all depends, right? It depends on what else they have in their chart. But I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I really, really love recording them for you. I'm going to get going now so I can eat something. And then I'm going to sit down and do the weeklies for you guys. So those are coming. Love you guys. And yeah, Libras, that's what we got. All right. Love you guys. Bye.